Medieval Chronicles presents, born between dust and light, in the shadows of rising cathedrals, walked a people who did not rule with crowns, nor preach with sacred books. And yet they shaped the heavens, not with words, but with stone. They were the master builders of the Middle Ages, men who turned faith into architecture, mathematics into miracle, and light into theology. Today, some call them the ancestors of Freemasonry, but in their own time they were simply brothers of stone and secrecy. This is the story of the hidden builders, the invisible craftsmen of the medieval world, and the silent cradle of what would one day be known as Freemasonry. Imagine Europe in the 12th century. No skyscrapers, no grand universities as we know them, but towers of stone rising toward heavens, Salisbury, Chartres, Notre Dame, and each one took centuries to build. Entire generations laboring for a single dream. At the heart of those sites worked men capable of shaping the impossible. To kings, they were useful. To the people, admired. To the church, almost sacred. The medieval stonemasons were not simple laborers. They belonged to a brotherhood of skill and spirit, divided into 3 grades: apprentice, learning by labor and observation fellowcraft, traveling from site to site, mastering the craft, master guardian of proportion, balance, and harmony. And here lies the first spark of what would come, advancement earned by knowledge and merit, not birth or nobility. Much later, legends would claim mystical secrets. But the truth is even more extraordinary. Their secrets were mathematics, engineering, and technique. In a world largely illiterate, they knew sacred geometry, weight, force, and balance, the science of arches and vaults, proportion. Symbolism, harmony, knowledge that could move mountains or drop them. And so wisdom was guarded, sworn, transmitted only among brothers. Not for mysticism, but because knowledge was survival. Knowledge was power. Today, compasses, squares, and columns are symbols of Freemasonry. But first, they were real tools in real hands. The square precision and moral straightness, the compass, harmony and boundary, the mallet, work and transformation. The stone, the soul shaped through labor, each strike on stone shaped also the man. Each perfect arch, a prayer in geometry. Each beam of light through stained glass, a sermon written in color. To be accepted meant more than strength. It meant character, skill, and oath. To guard knowledge. To honor the brotherhood. To aid those who shared the craft. Not a secret society, but a society that kept secrets. Because one stone placed wrong could take many lives. Trust was not symbolic, it was survival. While monks wrote in parchment, the builders wrote in stone and glass. Cathedrals were theology in architecture. Machines of light, instruments of devotion. Beauty was not decoration. It was doctrine. Truth expressed in line and measure. Centuries passed, the cathedrals rose, the masters traveled, then Europe changed. Reformation, Renaissance, science awakening, and slowly builders of stone joined builders of thought. The craft became philosophy, the trowel became symbol, the cathedral a temple of the inner self. Thus, quietly, the seed of speculative masonry took root, not raising walls, but men. Today, we gaze at cathedrals and ask, how did they do it? The answer lies in silent hands, eyes measuring heaven, and hearts believing that to build beauty was to serve the divine. These men vanished into time, but their legacy endures in stone, in symbol, and in spirit. For every human is a rough stone, and every life a cathedral under construction. If this journey into the origins of medieval brotherhoods inspired you, this is only the first chapter in our series, Secrets and Orders of the Middle Ages. Next episode. Knights of Silence, the Templar Code, and the Lost Brotherhood. Like, subscribe, and continue building with us, stone by stone. The stories that shaped the medieval world and still echo today.